Hello and welcome. We're going to walk through something that's absolutely critical to our workplace culture, knowing your options for reporting concerns and what you can do as a bystander. Really, this is all about empowering you with the tools you need to help us keep this a safe and respectful place for absolutely everyone.
So here's what we've got on tap. We're going to kick things off with why speaking up matters so much in the first place. Then we'll get into the specifics, your reporting options, and really importantly, the protections you have against retaliation. After that, we'll jump into some practical tools, the 4 Ds of intervention, and how to support your colleagues. And then we'll wrap it all up with a quick summary.
Okay, let's dive right in. To really tackle this, we first have to understand the challenge we're up against and the huge role that every single one of us plays in making a difference.
You know, this finding from the EEOC really gets to the heart of the problem. A lot of the time, harassment just doesn't get reported. People feel like their only choice is to just put up with it, to try and ignore it. But that silence is exactly what allows bad behavior to continue. And that's why being an active participant, an active colleague, is so incredibly important.
And a big reason for this reluctance to get involved is something you might have heard of, the bystander effect. It's this weird psychological thing where if we're in a group, we kind of assume someone else is going to step up. But when everyone thinks that, nobody does anything. It creates this culture of silence where misconduct can just go completely unchecked.
So here's the most important thing to know. You are not powerless here. Not at all. There are clear, established ways for you to raise a concern. Let's break down exactly what those options are.
You've basically got 2 main paths you can take. First, you have internal channels right here within the company. That means your supervisor, someone in human resources, or another person designated in our company policy. Second, you always have the option of going to external government agencies. The big one at the federal level is the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. You'll hear it called the EEOC. And then there are also state and city-level agencies that do similar work.
Okay, let's talk about confidentiality, because I know that's a huge concern. Your privacy is taken very seriously. We're going to protect it as much as we possibly can. Now, that being said, to do a proper investigation, sometimes information has to be shared with people on a need-to-know basis, especially if it's about keeping people safe. And yes, you can make anonymous reports, but just know that it can sometimes make it harder for us to investigate fully if we can't follow up with you for more details.
All right, this next part is absolutely critical. Let's talk about the legal shield that protects you when you come forward. Understanding this is key to feeling safe when you speak up. The law has a specific name for this. It's called a protected activity, and it's pretty simple. It means you are asserting your right to a workplace free from discrimination and harassment. And it is flat out illegal for an employer to punish you for doing that. This is a foundational protection designed to make sure people feel safe raising concerns.
And as you can see, this protection covers a whole lot of ground. It's not just about formal things like filing a charge. It also covers just talking to your manager about a concern, or answering questions if there's an investigation. It even protects you for resisting unwanted advances or stepping in to help someone else.
And it's so important to get this, because retaliation isn't just some abstract idea. It is the single most common type of discrimination complaint filed. The law is extremely clear on this, and as an organization, we have zero tolerance for any kind of retaliation, period.
Okay, so you know your options and you know your protections. Now let's shift gears and get really practical. What can you do in the moment? If you see something happening, you have choices. These strategies are designed to give you the power to act in a way that feels effective and, just as importantly, safe for you.
We're going to focus on 4 simple but really powerful strategies, and they're easy to remember: direct, distract, delegate, and delay. Think of these as your intervention toolkit.
So the first D is direct. This is for when you feel safe and comfortable enough to just address the behavior head on. It can be something as simple as, "Hey, that comment isn't cool," or "I'm not comfortable with that." The whole point is to just clearly and respectfully shut it down.
The second D is distract, and this one is a fantastic tactic to de-escalate a situation without having a direct confrontation. You could just change the subject. Hey, did you see the email about the project deadline? Or create a diversion. The idea is just to break the momentum and shift the focus away from the harmful behavior.
Number 3 is delegate, and this one is so important. You are never expected to handle a situation alone, especially if you feel unsafe. Delegating just means getting help. Go find a supervisor, call HR, or grab another colleague who might be in a better position to step in.
And finally, our 4th D is delay.
Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do happens after the incident is already over. This is all about checking in with the person who was targeted, just pulling them aside later and saying, "Hey, I saw what happened. Are you okay?" That simple act of support can make a world of difference. It shows them they're not alone and that what they experienced wasn't okay.
So, intervening in the moment is one piece of the puzzle. Providing ongoing support is another. Let's talk about some of the best ways to respectfully support a colleague who might be going through this.
Really, effective support starts with just listening. Listening without judgment, with empathy. After that, you can help point them toward official resources like HR or maybe an employee assistance program. And through it all, you have to maintain their confidence. If you're a manager, it's also your job to follow up and be really mindful of how this whole situation might be affecting them and their work.
Wow, okay, we've covered a lot of really important ground here. So let's just do a quick recap of the key takeaways so you can walk away with a clear picture of your role in all this.
So just remember these key things. Harassment thrives in silence, and you, as a bystander, can be the one to break that silence. You've got clear options for reporting, both inside and outside the company. You have strong legal protections against retaliation. And you have that toolkit, the 4 Ds, direct, distract, delegate, and delay, to help you intervene safely. And never ever forget how powerful just supporting a colleague can be.
At the end of the day, this training gives you the knowledge and the tools. But the last step, the most important one, is your personal commitment. So just think about it. How will you use what you've learned today to contribute every single day to building a workplace where everyone truly feels safe, valued, and respected?